Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com, setting the record straight about climate. Vice is bragging that 80% of young voters think global warming is a major threat to life as we know it. This shouldn't surprise anyone because these children have never heard anything else. I'm having lunch today with a University of Colorado student who wrote on Facebook that he would like to interview a climate skeptic for a school project. He's in college and he's never heard the views of a climate skeptic because they've been hidden from him for his entire life. Schools quite openly censor climate skeptics, and newspapers do as well. New York Times and CNN have written hit pieces about me, but they've never actually spoken with me. And the same story with PolitiFact and Snopes. It's all propaganda. Children are not trusted to make up their own minds, and they're not allowed to hear any other viewpoints. These children don't know that summers have gotten much cooler in the United States over the past century. They've been taught by their school teachers and the press that they're burning up. They don't know that thousands of people used to die from the heat in the United States. They don't know that the U.S. has had droughts in the past which covered 80% of the country. They don't know that death rates from natural disasters have plummeted over the last century. They don't know that death rates from air pollution have plummeted over the last 30 years. They don't know that child mortality has plummeted over the last 70 years. They don't know that crop yields have skyrocketed over the last 60 years and that they reach record levels year after year. They don't know that life expectancy has skyrocketed and that they live the best, most comfortable lives any children have ever lived in human history. They don't know that all of these good things happened while CO2 emissions were growing very rapidly. And they certainly don't know that CO2 emissions from Western countries have been declining while emissions from China and Asia have been skyrocketing. The United States could drop off the face of the earth and global CO2 emissions would still continue to grow. They've been taught that it's their responsibility to stop something which they have no control over. They've heard nothing but propaganda their entire lives. And that's why a university student had to reach out on his own to meet a climate skeptic, because the schools he's attended have never given him that opportunity. Children have always been used for propaganda purposes because they're young, innocent, know little about the past, and they've been taught to respect authorities. The innocent faces of the children mask the evil of the people who are using them for propaganda. The children are made to feel powerful as being part of something bigger. The children are innocent, like fawns. They're thrilled to shake the hand of an authority figure. They believe they see a great promise for their future. There's something very familiar about this picture. It's almost like we've seen it before. Kudos to the CU student for reaching out on his own to climate skeptics. But it's sad that he comes out of a school system which teaches children what to think rather than how to think. In a proper educational environment, children would hear all different viewpoints and be allowed to make up their own minds. And the student is finally going to have the opportunity to do that today. I hope to have the opportunity to do this with lots more students in the future and on a much larger scale. Children deserve to hear the truth and they deserve to have the opportunity to make up their own minds. Visit Toto on the web at realclimatescience.com. He's been pulling back the curtain on junk science and propaganda for a long time.